Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm back with another video of drama in Texas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it that. These little weekly news segments of what's going on in my state. So there are these two stories floating around regarding my state. One is the suspicious fires from three oil facilities, two in Mexico and one located here in Texas. All of these facilities are owned by Pemex. Now, there is a lot of conspiracy theories that involve the fact that this was some sort of elaborate attack from some environmental terrorist group. I really don't know. To me, it just seems a little too wacky. Now, from my experience of seeing stories like this, it really equates to the fact that some of these oil facilities are not always maintained the proper way. Pemex could have hired an inexpensive contractor to replace some of these aging parts, and it just so happens that they all failed at the same time. Or, and this is where my money's on, maybe they were experimenting with some new filtration system and it just failed and caused these explosions. It's never some weird political thing, people. it's just a bunch of cheap, inexperienced baboons who really don't know what they're doing most of the time. Now, on to the next big story. So, this story involves the management of toxic waste water from Palestine, Ohio, where the district judge of Houston stated that 2 million gallons of the toxic water was going to a facility in Deer Park to get treated, and that this company was trusted by the EPA for the past 40 years, according to my local news networks. Now, if this company was like 5 to 10 years old, I would probably be deeply concerned. But 40? You're going to question a company that's been doing this stuff for 40 years. I don't know. Your level of paranoia knows no bounds, my Texas compadre. I'm not exactly sure what town or county you live in to warrant questioning the management of this company's capabilities. Just rest assured that it has nothing to do with the trauma that you experienced. As far as I'm aware, the judge also explained that the company has no legal right to notify the city of the arriving hazardous water. While that may trigger some people, just note that the EPA does safety inspections on these facilities and that these facilities are owned by a company called VLS Environmental, in which they merged with Texas Molecular in January 2023, which to my knowledge is owned by the United States government and not the city or state. So even if we as a general public did have some concerns, there is no way to really voice our concern, and no matter how hard we try, it would go on deaf ears. I mean, you could try the EPA, but it will most likely be passed off as you being ignorant baboons who know nothing about these facilities or how they're run or how chemical distillation works. I mean, most people nowadays think that the government is owned by the Illuminati, which, if it did exist, would be no different than a college frat house. Which would be freaking hilarious. Anyway, that's all of it for Texas drama. I'll try to post this video stuff like this for like once a week. I mean, it is regarding my state, so I mean, there's going to be limited coverage and limited drama. Okay, so until next time, requiescat in pace.